Hi everyone, my name is NEGUSTITA and I'll be your tarot reader for the day. So back at it again in my car, and I don't have any cards with me because I'm on my way to work, but I was channeling for myself earlier, and I actually kind of got this message last night too, and I also kind of feel like this is going to relate with like a lot of you watching, so I figured I might as well report on this. So the other day, right, like last night while I was in my own home, I kind of got this message about a lost one. And let me define real quick to you what I call a lost one. So a lost one is like a chosen one who, like the name implies, lost their way. I think a lot of us have dealt with people like this, and they're confused souls. These are people that like the example coming to mind is like they'll touch something hot and claim it's cold, right? Like oh, that was so cold, and it was like a burning hot pipe. I don't know how to explain it. Like, these are just people who, unfortunately, they did not answer the call. They were chosen. They were intended to live a life, you know, doing what's right by people. Not necessarily like that they're supposed to be devotees to God, but still fulfilling that purpose. You don't need to be like Christian to be a chosen one. Like, you could be a Buddhist in a temple, and as long as you're living your life honest and authentic to yourself, that is you choosing the path of your highest good. At the end of the day, like, these are souls from different backgrounds that are not doing the inner work that they need to in order to align themselves with their true self. And a lot of us, sorry, that card just like did a very illegal thing, and I'm just like, oh, anyway. But point is like, maybe that's how some of you feel. Like, some of you could be out here in the world, you know, just going about your business, living your life, and then you just witness something like, what the fuck, you know, like out of nowhere, some person like just cuts you off in traffic, or maybe, you know, somebody gives you attitude. And like, mind you, this is someone that claims that they love you, someone that claims that they support you. Sorry if the camera is shaky, y'all. I'm like entering the highway, and it's about to get loud. But yeah, maybe for some of you, like, that's what you're experiencing right now. Also, side note, happy St. Patrick's Day. That's why I'm wearing all green, because I'm not playing none of these games. No bitch is finna pinch me. But that's all. Anyway, I even got my green adventure earrings on, because again, mama ain't playing today. I'm not playing. I remember like in 3rd grade, that's when I discovered, like, that's what, because my family isn't like from the States, but obviously here we do celebrate like St. Patrick's Day. And I remember getting pinched and being pissed the fuck off, because I was like, what the fuck is this? I don't know how to explain it. I felt like people made a game and then just forgot to include me in the rules, but I'm still like a participant. I don't know, like, imagine like you're just a kid, and then one day people start pinching you because you didn't know you were supposed to be playing a game. Like, sorry, my parents aren't white. Sorry, we have seasonings in our cabinet. Like, I don't know. But anyway, boiled chicken head ass. So, with that being said, back to the message of the lost ones. So a lot of you are dealing with somebody who is a lost one. Some of you might think that you have a twin flame or a soulmate who is a lost one, right? And again, channel message, channel lyric. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you just lost one. It's a Lauryn Hill song. I think it's called Lost One. Check it out if you feel like it. But yeah, so you guys are dealing with somebody in your energy who's heavily thinking about you. This person's like every night before they go to bed, throughout the day when they're at work, especially if this person has a day off, you may feel particularly drained on those days. If you know what those days are, then you can prepare accordingly. But it just kind of feels like somebody has you like heavily in their thoughts, and you might even notice the weather around you could even get like flash flood warnings, because this person is like drowning in the thought of you, because they know they fucked up. They know that they missed out on a real one. They know that they should have made things work with you. This person feels like you are theirs. You're supposed to be theirs. Now, I'm going to take this message one step further, and I'm going to be real. I don't really think that this is exactly what you think is going on, because this is what I'm getting from the energy. Okay. Also, guys, random note, take a moment out of your day to enjoy your surroundings. Like, actually, like, look around, because the clouds are beautiful today. The weather has been kind of crap, but that's fine, because the clouds today make up for it. I'm somebody who's like obsessed with like painting the sky. I just think it's a beautiful thing. And in my dream life, in my dream reality, I can stop in the middle of my day, no matter what I'm doing, and just whip out a canvas, get an easel, you know, some acrylic paint, and just start fucking it up. But anyways, I digress. So y'all, back to the message. So yeah, some of you think like you're dealing with a soulmate who's like supposed to be the love of your life, and they're for whatever reason not acting right. Well, what if I told you they use spell work? What if I told you that they weren't being their true selves when they were dealing with you, and what you fell for was an idealized version of them that they projected to you using your energy? What if I told you what you actually fell for was yourself? Let's take it a step further. Let me explain by what I mean by spell work. So this person, this soulmate of yours, is a manipulator. Like, they're a perhaps well-known manipulator. Sorry, I just want to see who that was. But anyway, they might perhaps be like a well-known manipulator in their community or in their respective like a cult or whatever, right? This isn't somebody who is of God. This is not someone who has prayed in a very, very long time, but they use their spiritual gifts to harm people, to manipulate, to control, to discard. A lot of you are familiar with their tactics because you feel like you've been through it. Alright, and you're dealing with a person, a soul that is so beyond saving, is so fucking confused right now that they are turning to everything and everyone, including God, to save them from themselves. But that is not what's going to happen here, babe. Okay, and a lot of you may be feeling their energy because they hold you so closely in their thoughts. Like, this person will not let you go until they die, essentially. And that's up to them. But the harder they hold on to you, the more possible it is that spirit will have to take this person out in order to protect you. You're that favorite. You're that special. That literally God would smite someone just to protect you, just to protect your peace, because you were never intended to be stopped here at this roadblock. Free will is the thing, and not even spirit can make this person stop unless they take them out. So back to it, right? So like, this person manipulated you using your energy. They mirrored you, they copied you, and then they had manipulation tactics. Lately on my story, like on my YouTube feed, I've been coming across a lot of like manipulators expressing how to manipulate people and like the signs you should look out for. Like, these people have gotten so good that they recognize when they're dealing with someone who's healed, and then how to manipulate them, basically. And I mean, it's good to know, but what I really gained out of that is realizing like how in the past when I've been in relationships with people, how they might have been operating from a place of healedness. They're not operating from a place of love or unconditionalness. They're still in their same bullshit frequency. But then you're wondering, how did I come across this reading that seems so pure, that seems so true? Well, that's because this person is using black magic. Whether it's spell work, whether it's like they could have a ritual of some sort, the universe is going to, the same way like when you have a prayer, it gets answered. It applies to other people too. We got 12:12 on the clock. So full circle moment, guys. The same way, like when you have a prayer, it gets answered. You're not the only one out here praying. Bad people can pray for good outcomes too, even if it doesn't benefit all people, because they can do that the same way you can. The same way you can pray for other people's downfall, you just choose not to. Keep in mind that like that's who you're dealing with. And so, with that being said, so lost ones, you're dealing with a soul that is lost. You're dealing with a person that has lost their way because of all the spell work they casted upon you, all the black magic, all the manipulation, all the lies. At one point in time, this person wanted you to believe that you were their soulmate, or that they were your soulmate. They wanted you to believe that like the two of you were meant to be together, so that you would keep interest in them for as long as possible. But what they did not foresee being the outcome of this was that, and they still don't, it feels like this person is not aware this is what's going on, because they use manipulation tactics to convince you that the two of you are supposed to be together, but for whatever reason they're just like choosing not to be with you. That one day this will bite them in the ass tenfold. Now this person is convinced the two of you are soulmates, when all of this started from a lie. Okay, all of this started because this person was lying to you. They never meant what they said. This person could have said, I love you, I want to be with you forever, and then dump you like the following week. They never meant that, because the actions do not align with the intentions, babe. The intention was to manipulate you to never moving on. 14:14 on the clock. This masculine was in their wounded feminine or something like that. Like, I don't know, like this, they're just a bitch. I'm gonna be real. They're like straight up just a bitch. And there really is no saving them either. Like, they're for the streets, babe. So put that trash where you found it, girl. Back on the floor. But no, yeah, this person is just a piece of shit, and they did what they could to keep you tethered to their energy for as long as possible. That was why they said what they said. They didn't mean a single fucking word. They lied through their teeth, but then something miraculous happened. You believed them, which then made it true. It made it true. The feelings that you carried for them made the connection true, made it high vibrational. However, okay guys, however, an yet another unforeseen outcome occurred that this person did not think could happen. You moved on. Even though you had all these feelings for them, even though you were like convinced that the two of you are supposed to be together and that there's like some greater purpose for the two of you, which could have been the case. I don't know, it's your story, it's gonna resonate how it does for you. You moved on, which caused this person to chase. As soon as you released all attachment to the connection, as soon as you were really, really done with it, this person, like, spirit came down within them, like descended to force this person's hand and come chase you. Ever since that, ever since you detached, ever since you walked away from this connection, this person has been nonstop thinking about you. They've been obsessed with you. They've been obsessed with the thought of you. They want to chase you. They want to marry you one day. They want to make good on all the promises, on all the promises they claimed. But they're blocked. They're blocked by your disinterest. They're blocked by your lack of focus on them. They're blocked because you don't really care about them, and you are convinced this has nothing to do with you, and it's also none of your business. But it's not the same for this person. This person is like convinced that you are their business. They're convinced that you're supposed to be with them. They're convinced now. It's a backfiring of the spell work is what I'm trying to explain here, guys. This isn't like I mean, if you believe that, then so be it, right? Because what you believe is ultimately like your truth. But from what I'm getting from the energy is this is a simple like return to sender gone terribly right or wrong, depending on where you stand in this position. This person is just being paid back all the karma, all those sleepless nights that you spent thinking about this person has been reversed tenfold. Every night that you spent crying over them not choosing you, that's exactly how they feel right now. That's why they're so heavily in your energy. And at one point in time, the reverse was true, where you were heavily in their energy because you couldn't stop thinking about them. But because you're not a narcissist, that didn't fulfill you. If you were a narcissist, this person crying over you would give you strength and power. It does still empower you if you know how to transmute energy, but it's not something that gives you happiness because you don't want to see someone hurt. You're not a narcissist. That doesn't give you strength. That actually makes you feel sorry for them. But this person who has spent their entire life being wicked, essentially, a lost one. I think this is a chosen one that had a calling at one point in time and then chose to reject it, chose to neglect it. It's like God was calling and they said, nope. They didn't even hear what God had to say. They just hung up the phone. They were like, no. And that's the type of person you're dealing with. So, but yeah, so it's been a complete return to sender. All the energy at one point they wanted you to be trapped in, they are fully trapped in now. They're the ones out here believing that you two are soulmates. They're the ones believing you're supposed to be together, that you're twin flames, that you'll come around one day, that one day you'll love this person. I can't speak to this person's like relationship status. I kind of get the vibe that they're still seeing other people, but they're in their heart, they're like convinced you're supposed to be their one because you're the one that got away, basically. And Spirit is using you at this time to teach this person a powerful lesson about love. But know that you will just suffer with this person if you choose them. You'll have to pay off the rest of their karma with them. When you can marry someone who's not only debt-free but can love you unconditionally, this person's love comes with conditions. Although they may be willing to bend over backwards now, whenever this person feels like they've trapped you again, they'll just repeat the cycle. This is not a very bright person. If they were smart, they would have never manipulated you to begin with. They would have foresaw that turning out terribly for them. So yeah, with that being said, guys, that's your reading, or I guess your daily message or something. This person fully thought that they could get away with it. They really believed that you were gonna just stick around, that you would never move on, and then once you did, now they're really panicked. Now they're really scared, especially during this eclipse season. They're gonna want to try to reach out and make things work with you, but just know that it's not worth it. They're really not worth it. Just like let them go. Allow them to fall on their own sword. This is a season of karma for this person, and every illusion they once casted upon you that they wanted you to believe, they believe full-heartedly like a fool. Yeah, I do see this person is going to want to reach out. You can accept it or reject it, up to you. If you do reject it, you should know this person is going to fully transform afterwards. They're going to be crushed, annihilated. Like, this is a powerful ego death. This person's already experienced many ego deaths up until now, but this one could send them into the shadow realm. Their psyche could break the same way yours did. So allow them to experience justice and everything that is right in this universe. Don't take away this person's opportunity to learn from their mistakes. This person may think they're a changed man or woman or non-binary, but in reality, they still emanate piece of shit energy. They haven't suffered enough to really understand the error to their ways. So with that being said, y'all, thank you so much for sticking around. I do have more that I can report on, but I would need my cards, and I don't want to be late for work, so bye.